Well, I was off from work on Monday, but when I got in on Tuesday, I found I had some packages. In fact, I had 3 of them. And these are not movies as far as I know. No, these should be all toys. And specific toys at that. So, let's unbox them and see what kind of condition everything arrived in. Schnickety schnick, right? So this first one is 3 action figures, according to the, I guess, customs form that they filled out. It's in a nice little box here. It's not too big, but it should be carded figures, so I'm guessing this probably worked out for them. Okay, there's quite a bit of air in here. I'm sticking my arm right in here, and then there's some bubble wrap around some carded figures. Now the carded figures and everything are kind of using the bubble wrap to remain in one area, so they could have moved around. Who knows? Condition, we'll find out in 1 second. Cross your fingers, folks. Cross your fingers. Okay, condition is not too shabby. So these are all 25th anniversary G.I. Joe figures. First one up being the Cobra Viper. Got that there. Next up being, this is an odd one to release, but the Hiss Driver. I get it. A little bit of damage on that one, but I think that was already there. Then, ooh, this one's got like a sticky stuff. Like, oh, that's going to be a... Is that food? Is that glue? Oh, I hope that's not glue. Because this is the... Oh, really? Wow. Okay, so this is the Cobra Air Trooper. And the cool thing is he comes with the jetpack. Oh, man, I hope that's... Man, that's gonna take some delicate work trying to get that off. It does look like it's like glue, almost like a glue stick residue. But the cards are in decent shape. They aren't all perfectly flat, unfortunately, but such is what happens when you ship stuff. Can't blame them too much for that. Moving on to the next box, though. This one, it's been smushed. It got smushed in transit. So we will find out inside what kind of shape this is in. Who's this from? It's from Arizona. Arizona. This is one of those things. I've been buying things from different people online through Facebook groups and such like that, because I know there's a bunch of them out there that have very large collections who sell for a living. They sell these toys for a living. And I'm trying to get, you know, A, get my name out there, and B, see how these guys ship stuff. So what the hell did I buy? This must have been from an auction of some sort. So I got, this is a loose figure, a loose Viper. He's got a gold mask, so he's different than that other guy. This is Roadblock. Roadblock there, loose. Oh, right, this was the one that had 2, it was 2 or 3. So this is another Viper. This guy has a silver mask. Yeah, it was 3 of them. Another Viper, same as the last one. Can't go wrong with too many Vipers. And then, oh, no, there's another one that's not carded. This, I don't know, this guy looks like he's Batman or something. He's got like ears. I don't know, some kind of Viper, I'm guessing. This notes I want a lot of loose figures out of this one. But there is a lot of bubble wrap, I'll give them that. And this is... oh, this looks like Copperhead. Copperhead, the guy who drives the swamp boat. So that's a modern version of him. And there's this guy who was in that other thing. This was a newer version of the Bat. And the rest were the carded figures. So I was going after the carded figures, and I might as well pick up the loose ones while I was at it. So yes, wow, this guy is crazy. Wow. So this is the Iron Grenadier. Look at that. That's a hefty, and like there's a lot of stuff in that. And then also a Cobra Trooper, again from the same line. And then, oh yeah, the guy we all wanted to have growing up, but you had to mail away from because it would have been you essentially as a Joe, Steel Brigade. So that's awesome. And I think there's more in here actually. Ah yes, the comic 2-packs. So I've got the Crimson Guard and the Scarred Cobra Officer. Oh. But I like this because you got the Crimson Guard guy, you can take his helmet right off. He's got his helmet there, so you could have the Freds, as they like to call them. Now this one has seen better days. It's all damaged up here, so this one I'll probably end up opening them. So I have the figures just so I can read the comic as well. And then there's another one in here. I think that's it. Yeah. This is another comic one. I think the last comic I got a really good deal on it, which is why I went for it. Yes. 25th anniversary 2-pack with Torch and Ripper, the Dreadnoughts. Yeah. Well, I think this comic's just a reprint. It's just reprints? No, this is a new comic. Huh. So these ones here, oddly enough, that's just a reprint comic with a new cover art. Huh. So there's, I think, 2 other comic packs. Wow, okay. And then, finally, last one. This one's from Oregon. Which means this one should be... Yes, I know what this is. This is from the Star Wars store. You're probably like, why are you getting Star Wars toys when everything's G.I. Joe? Well, they do carry G.I. Joe, for one thing. And 2, remember what I was saying, you know, I wanted to get in good with different retailers? Well, these guys are very reasonable on their shipping charges, and they know their stuff, especially with Star Wars, obviously, because that's what they deal in. So, lots of paper, which is good. Lots of paper is good. Okay, so first up, this is, wow, that's kind of cool. I picked this one up. This is essentially a mint. I guess it's called the Vintage line. Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. This is the Cloud Car Pilot. That's cool. I just like the vintage looking packages for Star Wars. If I'm going to get any Star Wars packages, that's what it is. And that was relatively cheap, and I was already getting stuff anyways. So there was this one, which is 25th anniversary, I believe. Firefly. With the cartoon logo thing at the top. Few other things here. We got Duke from the Renegades series. And I think this is the first one I've ever had for this one. Oh, this one has a comic inside too. Oh, cool. This is the G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero versus Cobra. 2 packs. This is Agent Scarlet versus Zartan. And it says it has a sound attack weapons. I don't know. What? I guess you have to buy some different thing and then you slide. I don't know. I don't know if it comes with it or if you... I have no idea. I don't know anything about this line of G.I. Joe ones. This was way after my my collecting days of doing the G.I. Joes, and then, you know, other things came out, and now I'm just getting back to it. So, yeah, let me know what this sound attack weapon stuff is, if you know at all. Comment down below. I'm sure I'll find out eventually, but yeah, 4 battle points. Proof of purchase, so got that. Was there anything else? No, that was it. It was actually a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. So, for that one I just had the 4 figures? Wow, I guess. Huh. Oh, what do you know? Oh yeah, this is one of the things I like. This is from the vintage collection. If you look on the back, it has the original card, how it came out originally. That's awesome. So, and the vintage, they're all numbered, so you can actually collect them. So I will probably get the vintage collection, or try and get the vintage collections, and I know the Star Wars store has an entire like aisle full of this stuff. So if I can get them, I will, because they are pretty freaking awesome. They look a hell of a lot better than they did when they were first released. But it still looks like, oh no, I guess it does. Okay, so it does have a lot more articulation than those original Star Wars guys, which is what I wondered. I didn't collect Star Wars because I hated the articulation, which is why I collected G.I. Joe. Best articulation ever in terms of an action figure. But yeah, it looks like they've fixed that. So I guess I will have to start looking into that and finding out what is out there. Doing a little bit of research, I guess. Anyways, if you're into toys, comment down below. Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever. Love to hear from you. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff, right? Anyways, till next video, take care. Have a good one.